processing language, but many times the requirement of the program may not be parallel. The requirement of the program may be a sequential or syntaxial. So that's why there is something called as a mat script. What is a mat script over here? This is an inbuilt tool in LabVIEW which is used if you need some text-based programming in LabVIEW. You can use mat script. If you want to implement MATLAB inside LabVIEW, you can use mat script, right? So other programming language like MATLAB, Multisim, or other different softwares, you can collaborate it with, you can interface those programming language with LabVIEW. So there are different tools in LabVIEW. First tool is MatScript. In a MatScript, it's a tool inside LabVIEW. In MatScript command are equal to the MATLAB command. Whatever MATLAB command you used to write in MATLAB, you can straight away do this in LabVIEW using MatScript tool. But not, keep in mind that not all MATLAB commands can be executed. Right? Not all the MATLAB commands can be executed, and the compatibility version of MATLAB and LabVIEW should be installed in your laptop or desktop, in whichever computing device you are using for programming, right? So how to get MatScript? So you can go just tools, MatScript window, go to tools and MatScript window. Here you get a MatScript window. Here you can do whatever variables and all those things you can do. See over here, I am giving just an example. Suppose there is a x and y. We know what is a dot product, and we also did it in MATLAB. So here, suppose we want to do the dot product. Suppose x and y are two variables, y equal to x square, and then we need y2 equal to dot of x comma y. So this we can do over in LabVIEW. Here only these double control and indicators are in LabVIEW, rest are in text-based programming language, right? So this is an alternative tool that you can use, which will reduce the complexity of the programming. Similarly, there are many other tools. Some tools are there. Formula node is there. Formula node is same as MatScript. Formula node is same as MatScript. If you have a very complicated equation, you don't want to do it in a graphical program, you can straight away write the complicated equation over there in formula node. In formula node, you can directly write that complicated equation and it will solve the purpose. I will show you what is that formula node and what is the MatScript. Just a minute. Let's open it. The LabVIEW. This is LabVIEW 2017. I have installed a smaller version. Bigger version is much time taking, much big as compared to this version. Go to File, New VI. VI means Virtual Instrument. So where we will get, you can get here. Either you can go to Structures, Formula Node MatScript, or you can go to Tools, or you can go to Tools, MatScript window. Tools, MatScript window. Straight away go to structure and you can find match script as well as the formula node. This is the match script window. Here, whatever you can do, you can write the MATLAB coding and it will run the MATLAB coding for you. Right? These are the very basic advantages. What is this match script node? What is the help saying? Executes LabVIEW match script and your other text-based programming using the match script RT module system. You can use match script node to evaluate script that you can create the LabVIEW match script window. Script-based programming you can execute with the help of match script node. Clear? I will show you how it is done. Just a minute. It's still initializing. Yeah. So we're not going into this. Just go to structures, go to match script. You can create the match script. Structures, match script. You can create a match script. Right click in the left hand side. You can create input, add input X. In the right side, you can create add output. Output Y. Y. Here you can write Y equal to X square plus 2X plus 3. Straight away you can write Y equal to X square plus 2X plus 3. And here you can create an array for X. Create an array for X. And for Y, can create a indicator. Right? Semicolon is most important. Without semicolon, it won't work. Right? So suppose X over here is, let's initialize some values 2, 3, 4, 8, and 9. Suppose 2, 4, 8, 9 is the values. We run it and it is showing 11, 27, 83, 102. Straight away, what you can do is that take a X and you want to evaluate this particular function. This particular function is Y equal to X square plus 2X plus 3. This thing you used to do it in MATLAB, but here also you can do it in LabVIEW. Am I clear? See over here. Front panel as well as the block diagram. So go to structures, you can get the match script. Get the match script, right click, add input. You can add a input, you can add any output, then you can write a relation between input and output, and once you run it, you will get the desired output. Clear? So this is match script. Similarly, there is something called as a go to structure. There is something called as a formula node. There is something called as a formula node. The same concept. Add input x equal to y equal to 2x plus 3 plus 8x about 2x square plus 3x plus 8. Create a array create a output, add output y, create indicator, three, 4, 5, 6, suppose. Array indexing is expected. Okay. Let's do it in a very simple manner. Hit a control. Create an indicator. Yeah. This is how you can do it, or else it's not working. But this is the best way that you can do the input as well as the output. In the LabVIEW text-based programming, you can do the input-output using formula node as well as the match script. Any doubt regarding this? Okay. So now, after formula node and all of you know what is an array, and I have created what is array. Now this is here the detailed explanation of array. Not going into the detailed explanation, just I'm showing you different parameters, different functions of the array. all of you know how to create an array. Go to array over here, and then you can either create a numeric array or create a integer either create a numeric array, a numeric control array, or create a indicator array, right? So suppose you don't want to put values in the array. How you will do it? You will create one, suppose n cross an array. So what you can do, go to a for loop, create a constant, suppose 10, create a numeric, random number is a numeric. Over here, auto index channel, yesterday I told you the different channel modes. Then create indicator. So run it, and you can get self-generated one-dimensional array. Self-generated one-dimensional array. Why? Because you took a for loop, you gave the number as 10, you took a random number generator which will generate a random number between 0 to 1, excluding 0 and 1, and it will give you, if you index it, it will give you a array, one-dimensional array, right? If you want a two-dimensional array, the one-dimensional array can either be a row array or a column array, right? Or row vector or a column vector. But if you want a two-dimensional array, what to do over there? Double click over here. Same, suppose 10 cross 10. Tunnel mode indexing. This is also indexing. So create indicator. See over here, this is a two-dimensional array. This is a two-dimensional array. So now run it. If you run it, you can get 10 cross 10 two-dimensional array. So see here you can get it 10 cross 10 two-dimensional array. Everybody clear of it? So one for loop is for row and the second for loop is for column. So that's how you get a 10 cross 10 two-dimensional array. Any doubt regarding this? And once you get an array, there are different array functions. Where you can get the array function. See over here. These are the array function. Suppose you want to sort 1D array, sort 2D array, shuffle 1D array, shuffle 2D array. All this kind of stuff you can do. So find out the mean and max of the array. So just connect it with the array and you will get the max value, indicator, the maximum value, as well as the minimum value, right? So run it, and every time you run it, because it's a random number, it will change. So the maximum value in this array is 0.996148, whereas the minimum value in this array is 0.00544. So all these array operations is provided here, and you can do it shuffle to the array. Right? You are shuffling the 2D array. And sorted 2D array indicate. See over here, index is not where. Here you have two options, either column wise sorting or row wise sorting. So first the column wise sorting, then you can go for the row wise sorting. Because it's a random number generator, it will keep changing the values with each run, right? So these are the very effective programming skills of programming features of LabVIEW. If you know these things, it will be much easier to handle all this. Any doubt regarding this? Okay. So then in this we have given some examples of different array functions. Array size, index array, initialize array, insert into array, rotate array, shuffle array, sort array. In MATLAB, you for these functions you needed to write one a lot of coding. You needed to do a lot of coding for rotate 1D array or do something. But here only the proper block connected in a proper manner will give you the output. Proper block should be connected in a proper manner. It should give you the output, right? Yeah, then coming to string. In many of the programming and application, handling the strings are very important. Whenever some data is transmitted, the data is transmitted in form of string only. So handling that string, doing some modifications, corrections, and doing some changes in the string format, string pattern is always very much important. So learning string and string in LabVIEW is one of the most important aspect whenever you are trying to design something, right? So What is basically a string? String is nothing but a bunch of keywords, right? That keywords, what can they do? Obviously, there are different functions of the string: length of the string, concatenate of the string, subset of the string, format into string, all this stuff, search and replace. I will show you some of them so that it will be easier for you to understand. So where we can get a string? Go to front panel. Go to string and path. Here there is a string control, string indicator. String control is for input, string indicator is for the output. I am taking a string control. And I am giving a string indicator. Suppose I need another string. Right? There are two input strings and one output string. So, what function we need? Go to string, concatenate string. Concatenate string. Concatenate means joining two or more than two different strings. This is concatenation of string. I will show you how it works. If you write hello and bye in two different text box and concatenate it, you will get hello bye. The joining of the two different strings. Joining of the two different strings. You might have done it in basic programming classes also. Right? Suppose there are two different strings and you want to join it and form it one particular string. Concatenate string is the most effective manner. Right? So suppose you want to measure the length of the string. String length. String length is a numeric value. String length is a numeric value. So suppose hello and I am trying to find the string length. How many string are there? How many letters are there? 4, 5. So it is showing string length is 5. Similarly, if I put it in for string 2, it will show 8. So this is the very basic of string. And one more important aspect of string is that you can do some login password system. You can develop a login password system on your own in LabVIEW. Previously, I have also told that right click password display. In the front panel, it will show a password display, right? So you can always develop a login password system. With login password system will help you to maintain the security of your program, of your computer, whatever. But here you can always develop it, right? So this is all about string. And what are the functions of the string, and what are all these functions of the string? That is shown over here. A lot of functions are there. You have to check one by one. If anyone interested in LabVIEW and all, they can go through all these functions and do all the systems so that they can always understand what is going on. Right? Here you can also get date and time. Timestamp, date and time, everything you can do over here. Right? So these are, I have shown some examples. One is string length, second one is concatenation of the string. Then you can extract some portion of a very long string, that is string subset, search and replace, match pattern, and match regular expression. Everything you can do. There are some kind of exercises also. And clusters we have already discussed. Cluster is the combination of different data types. Array and cluster. Array is the combination of single data types, like if it is Boolean or numeric or any other thing, that is a thing. But cluster is combination of different things. Cluster of combination of different data sets, right? So I've shown you the clusters also. Here in the control panel, you can get all the kind of clusters. In one cluster, you can make a numeric, make a string, make a Boolean, right? Then you can change the individual variable by bundle and unbundle. You can change the individual variable by bundle and unbundle, right? See the programming over here. Cluster function, unbundle, unbundle by name. All these things are there. Here you can do it pretty easily. We have discussed it also previously, that you just have to create a cluster, unbundle it, and do again bundle it. Then you can do all this stuff. See over here, bundling and unbundling of the clusters. Cluster error is not an issue. Then the last part is the file I/O. Last part of LabVIEW today, last one, and tomorrow also we will see this. The last part of LabVIEW is file input output. What is the file input output? Whenever there is a measurement system, data logging in a measurement system is very important. Data logging in a measurement system is very important. What is data logging basically? Whenever you are measuring something, you are storing the data. Storing the data, not only the data, but also the time and date and time of that measurement, so that you can have in future, you can analyze all the data, right? So that is called data logging. It is like storing the measurement data along with date and time is called data logging. You are storing it in a file. So what kind of file you need? There are different kind of file. The file can be Excel file, the file can be Notepad, the file can be a CSV file, all the kind of files are there. So let's see what is the file IO. File IO, it will write the data. Whatever data is coming, it will write the data and read the data. Write the data to a file and read the subsequent data from the file, right? So what are the operations required? Create or open a file, right? First you have to create a file or open the created file. Then you have to write the data to the file and close the file. See, opening the file and closing the file is one-time operation. But reading or writing the file is, you can do it for multiple times. That's why what you are doing, that's why you are doing the reading and writing of the file in a loop. That's why you are doing the reading or writing of a file in a loop. But open file and close file are done only once in the programming, right? This is the typical file input output. In every programming language, may it be C, C++, whatever, you have to open the file once, close the file once. In between that, between the for loop or a while loop, whatever loop, you can do the reading and writing in the file. Whenever you are reading and writing, then again you are reading and writing in the text format. Though it is a numeric data, you are reading or writing in a text format. So what are the different kind of files associated? Files are binary file, ASCII file, LVM file, TDMS file, all those kind of files are there. So now we will see one by one, and we will understand what is the significance of each and every file type, right? So first is binary file, right? In binary file, you can save the data. It is a file format, right? And it is saved, the data is saved in a binary format. It's saved in a binary format. Binary format means either 0 or 1 format. So it is very difficult to comprehend the file, right? Then there is a ASCII format. What is ASCII? All of you know American Society for Computer for Information Interchange, ASCII full form. The ASCII format of file is a specific type of binary file that is standard used by most of the program. It consists of several different ASCII codes, right? It is also called as a text files, right? It is also called as a text file. Then there is a LVM file. LVM file is the LabVIEW measurement data file. It's a LabVIEW measurement data file. It is a inbuilt. It's a file supported only by National Instruments. None other software recognize this file content. Clear? So LVM file is LabVIEW measurement data file. It is a tab delimited file. See, whenever you are writing something, you are writing many number of data. So you have to distinguish between one data to other data. How to distinguish between one data to other data? Either you are making enter command, or you are making any kind of tab or something or comma like that. You will do. Then only you can distinguish from one data to the other data. That's the major important aspect of while writing and reading from the file. Even when you are reading from the file, you need to understand that you need to read one by one. So how to know one by one file? Only with the help of some kind of text delimiter, that is either a space or a semicolon or something is required. So these are the important aspects of reading and writing to the file. And last file format is TDMS file. This TDMS file is a specific type of format. It's also supported by National Instruments product. So it comprises of a binary file which is coded and the LVM file, right? Index file and a LVM file. So these are different types of file format, and you have to choose which format you have to use. You have to choose which format you will use. Basically, also you can go for Excel format, to Excel file, notepad file, every kind of file you can go. But here, which kind of format file format you need to do, it is up to your wish, right? Then, where we will get this file IO? We can get this file IO from block diagram function palette. Block diagram function palette, see over here, open file, read file, write file, all these kind of operations are there. Using that operations, we can do the programming. LabVIEW, there are two types of programming. One is high-level programming, and other one is a low-level programming. What is the difference? Is that in a low-level program, in a high-level programming, everything is done beforehand. Everything is predetermined. You just have to do the setting, like in Simulink. But in low-level programming, you have to start from the scratch. You have to start from the scratch, right? So how to write a data from the file? Let's do this. First you have to open the file, then you have to write the data to the file, then you have to close the file. As simple as that. Open the file, write the data to the file, and close the file. But this is a one-time operation. But if you want to write multiple sentences, how to write? See over here. You have to use a loop. So let's do it. So time is there. So I will show you where to get these files, and tomorrow we can always do file IO, you can see a lot of functions. Write a text file, read a text file, write binary file, read binary file. All those functions are there. Build part, all those things are there. We'll go one by one. It's a lengthy issue of analysis, and without practice, you cannot actually understand the depth of the programming and all. Right? Any doubt in today's class which need any clarification? Okay. Nobody has any doubts or issues, we will meet tomorrow. The last class for LabVIEW will be tomorrow, right? There we will understand what is a file handling and do some practice in file handling. Those who have LabVIEW, they can always practice. I have shared the PPT and all, if you wish. Right? Any doubt? Okay, thank you for coming. You may leave the meeting, online meeting.